Hey everyone, welcome back to this ever-changed Devstream. This week we're picking back up where we left off last time, adding a new monster. Over the past week, we've put a lot of effort into reverse engineering the rest of the combat scripts, and we've got a much better understanding now. I've got Ink here with me again,
Hello, hello.
and we might as well just kind of get into it while we talk about some of the other changes that we've made recently.
We also have Drew here as well.
Oh yes, Drew is here. Sorry, Drew.
So I'm not important for this. It's fine.
Drew is coming to hang out.
I'm doing web stuff on my own screen for the last several weeks. Been working on all of that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so should we have a new series, the web stream?
I'm not sure if that'll be as exciting, but I mean, who am I to say no? While we're in the menu, we might as well show off a little bit of the new stuff that's happened.
And by new stuff, you mean the crazy amount of work that has been done in the last 5 days?
Yes, yes. Since the weekend, we have gone pretty hard. Um, I mean, at the start of the weekend, we were at like 60 tickets. We're down to 36 now.
And I counted like 37 PRs or stuff being merged in.
Yeah, it
Absolutely
was a
nuts.
little crazy. Um, so couple of major things here is I have very much overhauled the. Whoops, I just missed that menu and click Start Game. All right, let's try this again. Good thing the game launches really fast.
Another pat on your back.
Yeah. So look at this. Look at this menu with all these options.
Jeez.
So some of these options are global, like your controller configuration. That'll be the same across all saves. But most of these are actually per campaign. So you could have like one campaign that uses a certain encounter rate, for example, and that'll only affect that one campaign and not others. This will be really important for mods. For example, you'll be able to do something like if you're using Zychronix's hard mode mod, which is coming to recommended build 2, which is really close actually. We've only got like 4 or 5 tickets left to fix until we're ready for release. But you'll be able to have one campaign with hard mode enabled, another campaign on hell mode, another campaign on like retail difficulty, and
That's a lot of replayability.
it is, and it makes it really easy to switch between them. Which also leads me to something that's pretty uncommon, I think, in a lot of games, is hot swapping mods. So when you start a new campaign, you can actually choose what mods you want to have enabled right in the menu. You don't have to reboot the game or anything after enabling or disabling mods. You can just select whatever you want and start your game, and those will be enabled. And then once you go to load that game, those mods are loaded per campaign. So as you can see in the logs here, when I select this campaign, it actually boots up those mods. So it's all fully hot swapped. Yeah, you never have to restart the game to change your mods or anything. And we have keybinds now. You can change these to whatever
Wow.
you want.
It's just one big change after another, right?
Yep. And actually, one thing I just noticed here, this kill stuck sounds, that's actually no longer necessary because we fixed sounds getting stuck as well.
Is it like completely, or does it still happen once in a while?
Ink found one sound that got stuck one time when Melbu used the vacuum cleaner attack.
And it's not repeatable exactly, so.
Yeah, and trying it again, we haven't been able to reproduce it. So, I mean, it's still technically possible, but like, I mean, before it was happening, like every time you went into battle, the battle sound would get stuck, and half the
And
time a
now it'll
monster
get
using an attack.
clipped off by another audio sound, so it kind of fixes itself.
Yeah, exactly.
If anyone watched the live stream playthrough series that we did up until last April, y'all will know that I had to use the delete key many times.
Yep. And you can also change a lot of these settings in game as well. So right now I'm going to disable encounters, just so I can show off one other big thing that we did. So if you look closely, you can see that I've actually got real analog input now. I'm using the analog stick on my controller. If I kind of sit into the wall here, you can see I'm just turning slowly.
Doesn't look like just 45 degrees to me.
Yeah, so in retail, even if you use the analog stick, you're still stuck to moving in 45-degree angles, as if you're using a D-pad, but not any longer.
In case you missed my last message about that, it is finer than 45 degrees in retail, but only when running. Walking is stuck on 45 degrees.
Alright, well I don't know what's up with that. Retail code's weird. And no, I'm walking at... No, that's not. I'm walking at finer than 45-degree angles here.
Yeah, it's just retail.
Have to adjust the dead zone to get the finer controls.
True, this is working perfectly fine. It's not.
No, I'm saying it's only limited to 45 in retail. I did the test, remember?
I'm confused though. Sorry, I'm confused by what you're saying. What I was saying is in severed chains, it's no longer limited like retail.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Severed chains is better than retail, confirmed.
Yes.
We have a question from Icarus. He asks, will we be able to chicken out of hell mode after a new campaign?
Well, we are going to be implementing config locking, if you so choose. So if you lock yourself into hell mode, then you will not be able to chicken out of it. But if you don't lock it, then you'll be able to.
Think of it like in Iron Man mode and other games like Stellaris or whatever, that you have to enable that to get achievements or just to prevent yourself from cheating on your own challenge. You'll be able to leave it unlocked if you want to have the freedom to change it after if you change your mind, or if you want to commit to it and not be able to get out of it, you can do that too, because this all ties in, these per campaign mods and things kind of ties in with the challenge modes that I envision.
Yeah, it's just nuts, the absolute amount of new features that have been implemented so far in like 5 days.
It's going to be amazing. Like, instead of, like, when you're playing a game that doesn't have much mod support and you have to find a way to challenge yourself manually, like you don't use items or you only use the first edition, I always wanted, like, more creative options than just raw handicaps like that. And, HUD-less editions would be a great challenge mode, for example.
Yeah. I just thought it was like nuts, like the scaling, the game speed modifier, that was like pretty big stuff on its own, and then you look away for a second and you have config, like all these config changes, key binding changes, mod changes. We're gonna get the first look at mods. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Zychronix is hard at work on hard mode, hell mode, etc., etc., etc. So that's coming soon.
So what are we doing today?
Today we are, well, as you can see here, there's a bunch of vampire kiwis. And if I just defend a bunch, we're going to notice that they aren't actually attacking. And the reason for that is because in the last stream we actually gave them lobotomies. We have removed their brains, and we are going to install new ones.
How big do you think their brains are?
Uh, they were firmly in E territory.
I'd say the shape of a kiwi myself.
Ha ha ha
Hmm.
ha. That was better.
And how big of a brain did it take to decompile the script that was controlling their brain?
I don't know, like 2 kiwis.
So what did we do last stream again? We decompiled some scripts and learned new stuff about them we didn't know before.
Yes, this apparently 102-page document here, which is the Vampire Kiwi script. Uh, we spent, unfortunately, most of the stream reverse engineering it. Um, it was like a 4-hour-long stream. It was a little bit ridiculous, but we made some pretty good progress. And then over the next week, well, I guess the past week now, we've pretty much fully reverse engineered the combat script. And we should know enough to actually like make a functional enemy. So we're just going to kind of reference this as we go here.
And the comforting takeaway is that we have to do this for every mob because every mob has their own script, which can be different technically.
Yeah, in practice, from what we've found, it looks like all minor mobs do share the same script, which is, very, very good.
Yes.
All right, so we need to basically look at this and see exactly what is happening. So this is the entry point of the script. Um, this all happens as soon as the battle object is loaded. So I think we need to jump into here, because this is where it's actually doing its thinking about what to do.
A lot of status checks going on there.
There is so many checks. Unfortunately, a lot of like item things are actually checked inside of the scripts instead of in the game engine. Things like Sig Stone, um, Stunned, Dead, etc., etc. So it's going to be a little weird if we ever want to make changes to those, because, obviously we would have to edit every single monster script.
Is the solution to just pull that into the Java code and skip it in the scripts?
I mean, I don't want to do that. Um, what we may do is actually like stub out parts of the scripts and
Hmm.
just have them make like a call into the Java code that does all that stuff automatically.
It
And
makes sense for the status checking, because that should be the same for everyone.
yeah, exactly. A lot of this stuff is like the same and just copy and pasted between every script, and they just have like different attack tables and attack effect allocators and things like that.
So are we stuck on a status check, or are we stuck on if it's deciding to attack or do something else?
Well, I think we're basically just going to implement this as it is.
So fill fast, okay.
Um, yeah. So this is waiting for something. not gonna worry about that. This is, so it's a bit weird how this works. If we come down to the entry point here, this is where the script actually starts. 6A24. So this is actually basically running in perpetuity. This is a do while true. And it's basically just waiting until its turn.
Is that what the storage 7 check is? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Flag OX8 means it is this battle object's turn. So we don't need to do that because I've added this turn start callback. So we can just jump right into the initiate turn code here. So where was that? 570. We don't know what. Okay, I guess TFC has figured out um, what this does.
Precursor
Although,
to being able to call any attack move.
yeah, hopefully. So I think we're going to need to develop a simple way to call a script function. So subfunction 168. Thing is, these expect to be reading their parameters from a running script object. So I think we should just be able to construct one of these.
Very hacky.
They actually do that in the retail code.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just
I mean,
going
if they
to,
do it, we can do it.
yeah. I'm just going to make a little method here that is going to do this for us. Um, so it's going to be a function that takes a running script and returns t. And then we can do a variadic yeah, it's all ints that the um, running scripts can take. Okay. So this is going to running script extends battle object. So we initialize this. Get state. It's complaining already. Okay, I guess it doesn't want me to do that. Or wait. Why did it? Okay. That was weird, but that's fine. Okay. And then We just loop over the parameters, set those on we can just use int parameters for the most part. This isn't going to work for all script functions, since some of them expect more exotic parameter types, like ones that can be used as arrays and things like that. But hopefully this will get us where we need to be.
We'll find out very soon.
Yeah. And then we just apply the callback with the script state, or the running script rather. And it is 168. Yes, it's 168. And then the params are um, storage 0, which is my index.
Black magic.
Yeah, okay. We're actually not going to do this because all this is doing is setting guard to 0. So we're just gonna do this dot guard equals 0.
Seems a little bit more convenient.
Yeah, which one of these is nicer? Which one of these makes more sense?
Job security.
Yeah. Okay. And 371. What is 371? We are getting our slot, which is another property we can just access directly, and we're storing that in storage 8. So this dot get state dot storage 8 equals that. Cool. Now we are we're reading a game variable here. It's an array parameter. We are looking at, I'm going to highlight the line that I'm on. Yeah, so this is stuff like shield, like magic shield, material shield, sigstone, charm, pandemonium, charging spirit, and something else that we haven't figured out yet. So all that is handled in scripts as well, which is kind of unfortunate.
Where's the death check?
Death check happens a little bit later inside of
I
some of
see.
the targeting methods and things like that. Okay, so we're reading the special effect flag, which is that storage 8 that we just read.
Hello, Spyro.
Hey Spyro, how's it going? And we are doing several things with it. Okay. So we're just going to read this in, and then we're going to be doing some checks. So if, okay, so this is actually ticking the various effects. Um, so yeah, this is checking to see if there is a material shield active, and it is subtracting 1 turn. Then it's the same thing for magical shield. Okay, yeah, so it's just reading those two things. And then, okay, immediately below it's just resetting storage 8 to 0. I think that's going to be used by this method here. Okay, yeah, that's used to basically signify whether or not the enemy is able to attack. Let's jump in here and see what's going on. Hmm, this is weird. It's getting the battle object slot, and then adding hex 81 to it.
Very common hex number.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's just the base address of this parameter.
Oh, pointer lookup.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm just going to make this 129 instead of hex 81. Okay, that makes sense. Everything's fine. Everything makes perfect sense.
Yeah, if you code in assembly.
Kinda gotta to do this, so. Okay, me dot status 384 gamevar param 45. 45 is the combat variables, and then it's going to be 129 plus my slot. I missed it by far. Okay. Okay, so it's this, yeah, this status variable here. So I'm going to label this subroutine 6694 so we know where we are. This was combat controller slot. Okay. Also, I just realized we removed that and didn't switch that to that. So that. Okay. Now, it's checking flag 80, so that's going to be the high bit on this first field here, so we can also just check 80. And it's just ORing X40 there. Easy enough. Don't exactly know what that does yet, but we might figure that out soon. Okay, here's one of the checks for if it's dead.
Check if dead, then check if not able to act. Nice.
If dead, then be dead. Okay, I'm gonna pull down our script state at the top here so we can just reference that whenever we need to.
It's fun to see how like disconstrued all of these status checks are, because normally like in modern games it would all just be like one big status enum or table, and like even death would be a status, and instead it's all kind of their own different things.
Yeah, and the best part is these storage variables have different meanings based on context because script states are generic. So like um, these are all just like generic script state things and aren't even like combat related necessarily. It's just like anything with that uses script states, whether it's models in the submap or uh, battle objects, special effects in combat. Um, those control like whether they're being rendered or ticked or if they have like a destructor or whatever. Then you've got all these, which is all like specifically combat stuff and are shared between all battle objects but not other things. Um, there's stuff for like the battle menu, um, like what fields, like what buttons are enabled and usable and visible on the in combat menu. It's ridiculous.
I mean, dynamic memory exists for a reason, right? So why not use it?
Exactly. And of course, like this is basically the working memory for any script. So like they don't have variables in scripts, right? They just use these storage locations.
Code by indexes. Let's go.
Exactly. Like as you've seen already here, like I've basically like turned a bunch of them into like either direct variable references or like new variables and whatever.
Yeah, reasonable coding efforts.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna handle Sigstones.
Welcome back, my 2G.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so this is sub 1D78. I guess we're going to reset the able to act field, which is not really necessary. Hey Doom, what's up? Okay, so here we are setting state.storage 10 to that. We'll probably be able to just convert that to a direct reference. Yeah, we're reading the special flags again, or the special effect flags, so we can just reference this directly. Um, so we are doing if effects dot now, what are we reading here? Yeah, we're reading Sigstone, so it's this field and hex 30 is not 0. We subtract 1 turn. We need to pause our animation, which again we may be able to just do directly. Subfunction 144. Yeah, easy. Storage 8 equals... Okay, so these are frame counts. Or, no, this is, text box, or no, this is the text index for text box.
Does doing this make you like think you're back in 2021?
I mean, it kind of was a lot like that at the start. You know, up until recently when I got the script disassembler basically fully working, um, like this was just not even remotely possible. I was looking at another script a few days ago, like the submap controller. Um, that's how I was able to figure out how to get the analog input working. Because of course, analog input is handled in Dart's submap script, which is one script per submap. So that code is in every single one
Ah,
of those scripts.
that's worse than what we're doing here.
Yeah. So at one point the disassembler got misaligned, which is possible if it runs into data, because it's very, very difficult to tell if data is actually data or if it is scripts at some points, because they can have the same patterns. But it got misaligned, so I had to manually disassemble 4 lines of script, and it took me about 45 minutes.
So everything we did last stream would be about like a week of work.
I mean, it would probably be like 3 or 4 months. It's just not feasible. But
Yeah.
the tool works really well, which is great.
Yeah, a lot of disassembling is actually making tools so that you can do the work that you need to disassemble or decompile, which is kind of strange and funny, but that's how it is, I
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless you're a goddamn wizard, you're not reading hex.
guess. Machine code.
Yeah. Alright, so we are allocating. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this. Um, Child script equals. I don't need to reference by index. I can just reference it by script state. And that's going to be an effect manager. I gotta embiggen this for a minute. Um, Allocated by uh, custom monster. It'll be just this, and then this is state. Okay. Now what do we gotta do here? So we are copying a couple of values. So child script dot storage 8. These nested storages are really hard to read.
Do you recreate that exact script right now?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you recreate that exact Vampire TV combat script right now
Uh,
from the source of you have?
yeah, we're in the process of basically converting the Vampire QE script into Java, and then we're gonna modify it to our will.
But like, does you finished your playthrough on this project? I don't know which bosses are ready, which bosses are not. Kiwi is. I've only finished disc one of my playthrough, or maybe not even finished it. So I doesn't know who is Vampire Kiwi exactly are.
Oh, Vampire QE is a monster from Disc 1.
Yeah, disc one. Oh, cool. I will totally. Yeah, I need to find out like Russian version of the game. Maybe it's still on my PC somewhere. My old files.
Very soon,
Which
Monoxide's going to test the
boss
game.
is it? Like fifth, seven?
No, it's
It's
not a
not a boss.
it's not a boss. It's just a regular enemy. It's one of the first ones that you run
Yes,
into.
yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's a it's random enemy or it's some unusual enemy.
It's pretty common. Um,
Hmm.
it's a little
And
bird that
what does that monster script does? What attacks he have or she have?
I think it just attacks you and like sucks your blood. It's
Hmm.
just the little bird thing.
Yeah, I remember Little Bird.
And we're hijacking it to do more, to do what we want it to,
Yeah,
as a new
exactly.
entity.
It's very rewarding mob.
Yeah, it'll be pretty
Nope, it's a
interesting.
very pitiful mob.
It'll be more interesting once we're done with it.
Yep.
But do you only recreating actual games, its sources, or do you tweak some tweaks just to improve the game quality? You know, like
We're
maybe
basically,
they make some mistakes, like 001 instead of 01, and you can fix it by your own code and your own experience.
yeah, there's
Uh,
lots of
Did you
mistakes.
make tweaks to the exact logic it was in the game?
yeah, we've actually already fixed a lot of bugs from the retail game.
Yeah, like I know those guys who recreate, they not recreate, they fix bugs in the most wanted for the speedrunning community at least.
Hmm.
So the speedrunners may play without memory leaks, you know, playing for a lot of time without needed to restart the game. They fix memory leaks, they fix some logic, some mistakes in that logic, and so on. For the most wanted, at least, they must do that work. Most wanted, most wanted.
Yeah,
20,
we're doing a
28
fair bit of
something.
fixing and stuff.
Sorry for bothering. Is is that you need to finish the script?
Okay, how does this function work? So it's Okay, so we're loading our own script into this new script
Oh,
state
by the way,
today.
do you stream it somewhere or maybe not? Maybe
Uh,
just for the community.
yeah, we stream on YouTube.
Oh, right,
Um,
right. Yeah. Hi,
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. There's a link to the video in the updates channel.
Also, PM to Tia.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I just saw the video with a playthrough, but not video um, with code examples.
Okay, and then we need to. What was that?
Oh, by the
Which
way, do you use Arch Linux for any chance? No,
Sorry.
I think you use I think you use Windows.
Yep.
Or maybe it's emulator, I don't know.
Yeah, it's Windows.
Yeah, just plain Windows. You know, I just messed up something with my system, and it goes brrr. That's some Qt library missing, and I don't know what exact problem it caused. I still didn't solve that yet.
just set it on
Solutions
fire and buy a new
which
one.
internet provides, they doesn't help.
Yeah, Ink's got the right idea. Set it on fire and get a new one.
Yeah, maybe no. I fixed it with installation my NVIDIA graphics and switched from Wayland to Xorg. Somehow it's managed to fix the problem without actually fixing the problem.
Well, whatever works.
Yes, no, not whatever, but it just works, you know. It just works, it just works. Ta 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 ta.
Okay, so we don't actually need to do. Well, we might need to do this because it sets a couple of things here.
How
Um,
complicated is script? How much connections to others it have?
how many
All
connections
connections you can
to?
think about.
Yeah,
You
it's
you're the only guy who make complicated stuff here. Who programming the let's say engine remake.
yeah, it's pretty complicated.
Super, super. Nice to know. But how about modding system? Do you already implement it?
It's in progress.
Uh-huh.
It'll be a little bit longer, but we're getting there. Um,
But
okay.
how it will work? Is some kind of JSON files or something?
Yeah, there's a development kit that we'll be releasing for it once it's all ready.
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay, so we've
And
got
you
a
start this
bit of an
project
issue
because you have
here.
experience. You
Um,
have experience in creating such projects, or just plain idea.
yeah, I've got a fair bit of experience with it. We've got a bit of an issue here because what this is doing is it is basically cloning this script into a new script state and
Mhm.
re-entering it in a different spot. This one right here. Um, this is a bit weird. It's kind of like primitive multi-threading, like a fork. Um,
Mhm.
now the issue is we're not actually running a script. Um,
Thread the call script function. Go down that route. Have a good time.
I
And
think
how
we
much works
might.
it takes, how much time it takes to just recreate one script?
This is the first time we're doing it, so we're finding it
Oh,
out.
yeah, I see. But what you was doing the other times? How much times you already do such things? 10 times, 12 times, 20 times?
This is the first time that we've tried to reverse engineer one of the scripts, so
Hmm.
um,
But seems good. There is no problems. Just complicated logic, you know? Logic.
yeah, the issue was getting it into a state that it could actually be uh, understood.
Hmm.
So what are we gonna do for this? I think we might need to actually implement a ticker here. Um, so we can have this do one tick and then deallocate itself, because that's essentially what it's doing. Um, so yeah, essentially what this is doing is it is waiting for n number of frames, this number here, and then it is displaying the text box and deallocating itself. So we can do that. If
But how do you stream on the YouTube? There is OBS or some other program in tray icon, yes?
yeah, we just use OBS.
Yeah. I think you can even use FFmpeg for some recording, but maybe not streaming. Yeah, you can like record on the local storage and some daemon or some server will take this file and stream it to other destination in the universe, you know?
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. We're using OBS and he's streaming live onto YouTube right now.
Yes, but like streaming without the OBS more is more unusual stuff, you know?
I think the LOD code is pretty unusual.
Yes, that's true. True.
Just look at what Monoxide's doing right now and to get this pseudo multi-threaded nonsense script thing working.
Sometimes you just gotta roll with whatever the LOD devs did. Okay, so we need to find a free text box index here. Um, I think here we can probably just we can use that call script function thing that we threw together. Call script function, and what was that? Get free text box index. And it expects one parameter, so we're just going to do text
Whoa.
box index equals
What's
new.
about this Reddit growing community on the Reddit? It's huge.
Why is this not liking that? Oh, that is okay. I think we actually are gonna have to. Yeah, we'll just make this parameters, and then instead of new int param, this just becomes params I. so that's fine. We have a text box index now, and script function 200. Yeah, we'll just use that same method.
Okay, be right back.
So we pass in the text box index, and then we need to pass in a bunch of extra values. That is also an issue. That last parameter there, that's passing in a string as an array parameter. So
Nice.
yeah, these are all seemingly allocated by scripts. There's not even another method that we can use to allocate them. One sec. Sorry, I just have to do something real quick. Okay. Let's take a look at what's going on here. We're going to need to roll our own array parameter here with the correct text, which is a bit weird. So we can pass in these first ones pretty easily. Um, but it gets a little bit more complicated now. What do we have here? Yeah, I think we might just need to make a new variant here. I'm going to make a string parameter. That'll be the easiest.
Sounds like a plan.
So instead of just having a int value, we have a string value. Or no, this needs to be a, yeah, Legend of Dragoon string because they use a super weird ass format. Because of course they do.
I thought you were trying to get rid of that.
I am, but it is difficult. As you might expect. I have gotten rid of it in a lot of places, like the new menu code no longer uses it at all. So that's very, very nice. So here we can just return a... This is dumb, but we're just going to do new string parameter this dot value dot slice 1. Who needs efficiency?
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah. We're working within our limits. And new load string. Um, what was it? It was... I guess we need to jump back to where it's being called. Cannot move. At least I made it so you can pass regular strings into the load strings to construct them. Also, thank God TFC added these anchors.
Yeah, those are pretty sick that you're moving between everything fast.
And then I think we can just do child's, or no, what did I call it? Forked state dot deallocate with children. I don't think it has any children, but that's what this does. Actually, that one just does deallocate. I don't think it really matters, but anyway. That will deallocate itself once it's done ticking down this value. Okay. We have figured that out. As messy as it is. Oh wait, no, it does a little bit more after this. Oh right, it does the post wait. Forked state dot storage 9 is equal to 0. Subtract and return. And then it needs to call script function 201. Do you think this is actually going to work?
I mean, why not? I believe today. Let's go.
I mean, we got the lots and lots of monsters working remarkably easily. So
Is this your time to pay up?
yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's done, and that means this function is also done. So we return. Have I... Okay, where am I? Where am I? That was right there. We've got the return. Okay, so we jump back here. And then... we have to wait for 30 frames. Okay, this is complicated. How are we gonna do this? Because we can't just pause this method. Because obviously that'll hang the game.
I only have memes and jokes, not solutions.
This is complicated. How do we want to deal with this? I'm just gonna stub this out. Wait 30 frames, and then 145. I assume it's just setting that variable back to 0. Or no, it's setting it to 1. Wonder what 0 is. And it is then setting itself to unable to act. Okay, so that's that done except for this. So it delays itself. So we need to come up with a way to manage the monster state. So let's take a look at what this is doing so far. So this is all very simple. That stuff doesn't really matter too much. What was 40? This was dead, I think. Yes, dead. So if it's dead, it's unable to act, and we just return from this. No, we are still in a... Okay, I'm lost. I think we are one level up here. Yes, yes, we are. Okay. That makes way more sense. And
Don't
then
worry, I was lost a while ago.
then we've got another return here. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything makes sense. Mm, it's kind of funny we could make an enemy who still attacks when they're dead because that's just handled by the script.
That just sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah,
Not a good time to debug, though.
I might actually just do that. Just make it attack. Okay, so let's... Yeah, okay, 1d7, and then that is there. So at the end of this, we still need to implement I am just going to comment this out for now, though. And we're going to try and maybe jump right into just doing damage. This is animation, sounds, moving, etc., etc. Being attacked. This is incoming damage. Okay, this is where it's calculating its own damage that's being done. Set self as target.
Checking for heals and stuff.
Hmm. Could be.
It's crazy how much control the scripts have over the game. Like, it's all right in there.
Yeah, it is crazy, unfortunately. Um, yeah, this is the attack table. This is gigantic. Or that's the string table. Okay. Attack method. Let's just look at attack method. Something else, because some of these are a lot simpler than others. Let's look at attack method 2.
Currently, my 2G, you need to be level expert in assembly to fight the Mega QE.
21C8. Unfortunately, we don't have anchors on these. Allocate effect, update effect index. Um, this is showing a text box.
Sorry, but what all this list of addresses means at the top of the document? Like not six bytes addresses, but 8 bytes.
I think those are just text strings, actually, not addresses.
Ah, but where does they lead those text strings?
They're just referenced in various spots in the script.
Oh, I see, I see. And do you recreate this fully? Yes, with the references. You stay that names in your script.
Yeah, the scripts just run as they are in retail.
Yeah, I see. And what the programming language the program is written? Just pure assembler or something else?
No, it's a proprietary script language.
Oh, yes. And maybe there is no way to just copy and transition this proprietary to the Java language.
Well, we're probably not going to do that. We're just basically um, we don't need to do that because the existing scripts run just fine. Um,
Oh yes,
this is
yes.
just for new enemies.
But just for improving your rewriting speed, you know.
Where is the actual attack code? It doesn't seem like these actually are doing any damage. Okay, let's take a look at attack 0, because I know this actually does something. So we play sound, allocate manager that does something. I think this might just be an effect. These are all methods that move, rotate, etc., etc. Waiting. Function 600. I recognize that, but don't remember what it is. Right, that's allocating another manager. 1B00, we'll have to actually, I think that's just related to the positioning and stuff. Okay, subfunction 322. I'm thinking this might be it here. Let's see what 322 is, though. Okay, yeah, that's animation. So 26C0. What is 2804? That's jumping down to here. This is just animation stuff.
Bro, call TFC.
Okay, what the heck is the... Okay, where are these called from? Let's just find a reference to this. Okay, 481. Okay, so that calculates damage, and then turns. What about this other one? Calculate physical damage. Modifies the damage, does the damage capping. Um, where does it store the damage? S9. Okay, we're on to something. Okay, 29 is damage done. Oh, interesting. So it actually sets it into a game variable. So if we look at the combat bars, 224. Yep, okay, so that's damage dealt. That is, of course, not actually used anywhere in the code, that is. So is this being read anywhere? No. Okay, so that's just a temporary storage, so I guess that it can apply stun if necessary. That's kind of weird. So it actually does the hit point subtraction in the script as well. Okay. So set current hit points to 0. Render damage. Okay, and mark dead. So what happens if we just do like, where were we here? So we need to target something.
Target Albert. That seems to be the default for the AI.
Actually, we did find something very interesting. Um, we have confirmed that enemies do have a higher chance of targeting the opposite element.
That isn't documented anywhere.
Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty nuts. I mean, that makes a lot of sense though, because whatever the opposite enemy of Albert is like there's a lot of those, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is something that we did not know until like a few days ago.
I mean, it kind of makes Albert even better tank, but alright.
Why are these not a concrete type? Why do you have problems with that? Yeah, so before they do their actual targeting, they have a bonus 50% chance to target.
50%? Wow.
Yep.
It's
And I mean
practically guaranteed.
it's higher than 50% of course too because, you know, that's just a bonus. Then they have another after that a 1/3 chance of targeting
Yeah.
just with the standard targeting. All right, we're just gonna have to do a few casts here. Also, I changed the wrong one. That should be that. Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, there was a couple other interesting things that we found too, but they're kind of eluding me at the moment.
Alright, just hoard all the secrets for yourself, I get it.
We'll put them out in some kind of post eventually. Alright, so we'll just do some damage. We need to render the damage number. So that is subfunction 164. We can do this very simply. Don't need to call the script directly. What are these parameters? Okay, so this is battle object index. That's going to be target dot what index are they using there? Okay, so the actual battle object index. Is there not a battle object index on these? No? Okay. That's fine. So target state dot index and 10 damage.
Just 10 damage, eh?
Yep. Starting off small, but it's a flat 10 damage.
You should say 10 and like remove 30 from the player, just to make sure everything works.
Okay, no, I've got a better idea.
Ah, I see, excellent.
The fake out.
It's an illusion fight, what do you mean?
Well,
And
I don't know
if
if this question already answered. 12 pages for one mob, 100 pages.
what was that?
100 pages, 1100 pages for one mob minion.
Yeah, the script. Well, I mean, what we have disassembled here is like 100 and something pages.
Mhm. How much the page is? Like 3 kilobytes, 4 kilobytes?
I
Just
don't know off the top of
just
my head how
few
big it
bytes.
is.
Just 100 bytes, right?
No, the scripts are pretty large.
But how do you manage to run the project game recreated on the Java at the first moment? Like you have to rewrite all the stuff, right?
Well, I reverse engineered the game and ported the assembly to Java.
Mhm. Does it was great, good, or hard?
No, it works very well. We're pretty much at retail parity.
Yes, but you took like assembler one, not the actual script. But the game is written on the script, right? All source files are written on the script. And how does that uh, assembler lines strike out? Where does they found from?
No, the game is written in C, but it's compiled to assembly. I reverse engineered the assembly and ported that to Java. And then there is a script engine built into the game that runs all these scripts, like combat scripts and stuff.
But it's written on C, on that programming language, right?
The game
How
engine
the
is.
game engine C written on C, but it runs some other language, right?
Yeah,
And in some
the game engine is C, and the scripts are a proprietary
yeah.
language.
Yes, the script one.
All right, we're going to run this and see what happens.
Okay, now I think it'll crash.
And we need to turn off our turn. Now, I think we need to set, dead, and I think one also needs to be set. Alright, what is going to happen? Oh god, so much damage. So they're just gonna attack very quickly, they're not gonna do any animations or anything. They're all just attacking one after another. Alright.
Is that not like, is the attack like being stacked on top of each other because there's no delay between their attacks?
Yeah, they're all just attacking
Okay,
right in
okay.
rapid succession.
Maybe the question is how to add a delay between the attacks. Is that the next thing to do?
It's better adding random delay. Like
Most of
3,
them
2,
use a
1,
fixed amount of delay.
0, 0 second.
Yeah, no, they
That
all
much.
use fixed time steps. There's not much randomness in the amount of time things take. But yeah, so I mean, technically, this is working.
Yeah,
The
good job. We've done it.
yeah,
Pack up, go home.
yep, that's the stream.
Let the modders do the rest of the work.
Exactly. Hey, Chris.
Okay,
Alright, so
I'll
let's
make
set Dart
yeah.
to 1, and we're going to jack up the turn value of one of these guys. And I don't think it's going to work properly to kill Dart. Oh no, Dart's gone. Alright, I think this one flag here is actually is only set on monsters, and that's what makes them disappear.
Ah,
So let's try this again, and this time we will kill... Actually, no, that's not going to work because, they're hard-coded to target slot 1. Well, let's hard-code them to target slot 2.
did you use like Thanos out Dart there? Is that what
Basically.
happened? Yeah.
Alright, well, Dart's gone. Sorry, everyone. It was a good run. Okay, so Rose should be the next one up. Let's jack up this turn value again. And guarding with her is going to heal her too much, isn't it? Oh, never mind, they're attacking Albert anyway. Okay, so we set that. Well, he didn't die. He did get the dead flag set, but I think his animation will have to be updated. Yeah, he's not getting any turns though. interesting that they can still, I mean, technically do damage to a dead person.
Just a minor oversight by the status code.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it technically is working. Albert is dead even though he's standing up. They are doing damage. They're lying about how much damage they do because we made them.
Could it, somewhere in the script file, it's dealing the damage to a dead person, but somewhere in the script file catches that and then makes that not appear or do anything? Because
No,
I would have put past them.
there's targeting code, and they
Okay,
can't actually target dead mons or dead players.
alright. I'll reel back the crazy then.
All right, well, here you have it. World's first new monster in Legend of Dragoon. It is the worst monster that has ever existed, but it exists, and no one can take that away from
Now, where do you put it in a submap so that they can be encountered?
it. Um, well, if we go to the battle loader, I mean, all you have to do is edit the encounter files, and I do have that extracted.
Mmm, tantalizing.
Which clone am I using? This one. I mean, you got the encounter table right here. You could add it, although I guess technically this isn't its own monster. We have literally just set it to Vampire Kiwi and removed its ability to load a script. So,
I haven't gone full Frankenstein yet.
yeah. Um, I'm not sure the monster indices really actually matter that much, though.
Why would they?
So it's used here in the texture loading, but of course we can overload this to, not use the standard texture loading. Yeah, right. This is what we did last time, where we looped through the encounters to actually find textures for each monster so that we can have more loaded and invalid combinations of monsters. So that is fine. Encounter assets. So yeah, we need to do something in this get monster textures method. We need to improve that, make it more generic, so that wholesale new enemies can be loaded with new textures.
That's part 3, I think.
Yeah. This is more texture loading. I mean, even with the current code, we do have a fair number to work with. That would be 512 possible monsters, so there's certainly not 512 monsters in the game.
I think there's 490 encounters. Are we talking about mobs or enemies? Or
Mobs.
like encounters or enemies? Okay, yeah.
Actual monster indices. Yeah, so I mean, well, we can probably, I mean, I'm working on moving us away from using indices anyway, because they don't play well with mods. For example, imagine uh, like when you create a mod, what index do you give your monster? This was a big issue in like old school Minecraft modding, where you know different mods would basically like pick their own blocks of IDs to use, and everyone just kind of had to like be aware of what item IDs other major mods used.
Fight each other to the death.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Because like if you installed two mods that use the same item ID, then it would just crash. Um, that's why we've got registry IDs, which are unique per mod. They're prefixed with the mod name. But it's just a matter of migrating every single system in the game to use the registries instead of arrays of things, which is, not fun, but it's doable.
M- Modern programming.
Yeah, exactly.
And very long method names.
I mean, letters are free. Better to be descriptive than no one know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, so what's next, I guess?
So next, we need to do something a little bit more advanced than just running everything in one tick. Um, we're gonna need to come up with some sort of like state system where a monster can wait X number of ticks before performing another action. Actually, it sounds pretty similar to that action thing that I added to the windows to the window to be able to do the higher resolution input.
Yeah, if you don't want to do that, you can make your own script interpreter and make your own scripting language.
I don't want to do that actually.
And then someone 20 years from now can decompile it and go through the same thing.
Once the Severed Chains code is lost to the winds. I think a system like this might be kinda useful.
Yep, it's definitely almost one-to-one.
Yeah, this would allow you to like queue up different things to happen at different times. Um, as long as it is still the monster's turn, of course. You could even do some really, really weird stuff with like uh, allowing a monster to do things after a certain amount of like game time has passed. Um,
You mean making a more engaging game in combat? Sign me up.
I mean, it would still have to be the monster's turn, but
Yeah.
I mean, we could add more stuff to allow monsters to kind of butt in on the next turn. I don't know, might be kind of interesting. I'm sure Zychronics would do something with it.
What is controlling the overall combat sequence, or is there a combat orchestrator going on behind the scenes, or is it literally just calculating turns and that's it?
You will see it right where this is called actually. So this method here is basically like the overarching combat controller.
Hmm.
So it does a couple of checks here. Um, checks to see if anyone is alive. Um, so if there is nothing left alive, then or if there's no players left alive, it transitions into game over. This method is for this flag here means that the battle object gets a forced turn. So this is for like
Mm.
reactionary attacks. Um, so if there's anyone with a reactionary attack, then they get a turn next, period. If not, then it checks to see if there's any monsters, and it recalculates the turn values, picks whoever's next, If there are no monsters left, then it does the post-game or post-combat.
I see.
So
So it's
that's
pretty
that's
simple.
that's literally all of the game logic that's in code.
So it's just turns, and is combat over? Has combat began?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Everything else is driven by scripts.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. Which I mean is on one hand, it was very, very nice that a lot of the game is driven by scripts in earlier development of Severed Chains, because it meant that when I got the script engine working properly, a lot of the game just worked.
Yeah, magic moment.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, it's bad now because it really limits what we can change without, rewriting scripts, which is hard.
I'm still on the rewrite everything in alleyway.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot of ways to go about it.
I'm thinking we'll probably end up uh, externalizing. Well, I guess not externalizing, internalizing a lot of the shared script code into the engine itself rather than it being duplicated in all the scripts. We can
Yeah.
kind of just blank out the parts of the scripts that do everything and copy all that code into like one function that the scripts can call that kind of just delegate to all the other ones.
So if we have time for this tangent, what will happen if people want to like make a Melbu version of their own boss with all these different scripts going off all the time? Is that going to be our own scripting thing? Are they going to have to do it in Java? Like, what do you think?
The plan is just to have it happen in like custom battle objects. Um,
Do those battle objects exist currently?
well, you can just basically create your own battle object.
Yeah.
Like you can register custom, like when you allocate script state, you can set like the ticker, the renderer, or the destructor. And I am also working on adding some of these life cycle methods to the battle objects themselves, like this method that we've been using here, like
Yeah.
all night. This is just called when it by the controller here, whenever it's a battle object's turn.
Oh yeah, that's pretty straightforward then. That's not too
Yeah,
complicated.
that'd kind of be like the kicking off point for, doing things. And this method will continue to be called as long as it is your turn, I believe.
Looks like it in here.
Yeah, this is really strange that it keeps on basically searching for the same or for a battle object over and over again.
Yeah, even though it's going to be true. Yeah, I'm lost.
Is that actually is that actually happening? I mean, it's really easy for us to
Are we
find
missing a
out.
check?
No, it's really easy to find out if that's the case.
Alright, let's go. I'm ready to see here, like, just a million times.
Yep.
I guess we'll just see by the magnitude of here so I can print it out.
No.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, wait, 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 wait,
oh,
wait, wait. It's because I canceled the turn. Okay. Dart's gonna get absolutely melted here when it's a Kiwi's turn because it's
Yeah.
just gonna keep doing damage to him. Oh? No, it was just
Oh,
called once. Okay.
that's what we get for looking at nested for loops.
Alright, well that is good, because I did want that method to only be called when the turn started.
Memory's
Um,
free relative to the 90s, so
yeah. Okay, so we are setting the current turn battle object. So are we doing a check for that somewhere? This is a very interesting check. They've got a bunch of these in retail, just completely broken bit flag checks. Like, masking something against hex 4 can never be hex
and then
1.
yeah,
Okay, that's in the draw UI elements. That's loading stuff. So what are we missing here? Well, let's just go back in and yeah, we will stop the monster's turn from ending, and then we can just analyze the flow.
radical.
Okay, we're stuck on a turn. Okay, it's this method. Yeah, okay, flag 8. And flag 400, which is something.
Back to the script file.
Yeah, who knows? Um, so what should we call this? Ready to start turn?
Yeah. This is for monsters or players or both?
Both.
Okay.
Don't know what this is, but it stops combat from happening. Okay, that actually interesting. This deallocates the scripts for all players, and then also the player combat script.
Is this to load a new script in case of like, does any mob have multiple scripts, like Melby or something? Or
It's not
like,
unloading the monster script though, it's unloading the player scripts.
oh, why would it need to do that?
What an excellent question. So this is player scripts unloaded. And this
Is it something
is...
with dragoons?
I'm wondering if this is used when transitioning into like post-combat cutscenes, because those are done in the combat engine.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, because that stops any new turns from starting. All right, well that's kind of interesting, if a bit of a tangent. All right, well we are just about at the 2-hour mark now. Um, we didn't get much of an enemy working here, but we have certainly proved that it's possible. And you know, you got to kind of take it in small steps.
Only our imaginations can lead us forward from here.
Exactly. All right. Does anyone have any questions before we go?
How many crashes did we have today? Just one?
No, we had no crashes. It didn't
Oh,
crash at all.
good job.
Right? I mean, we closed it forcefully several times, but you know, happens. Um, where do you think we should take it after this?
Probably see if we can load item attacks or just random attacks from other mobs. Like, I don't know how that all works.
Yeah, that would be interesting. So the thing with loading attacks from other mobs is all of the effect allocation is done in the script. Like it's literally just like it's all hard coded in the script. There's no like use this attack. It's just basically like this is the spell you're using.
Yeah.
It has these stats, but there's no effects attached to a spell. Um, it's all done in scripts as well.
So the
So
items are done in scripts too, right?
yeah, it would be a
Okay.
matter of like loading other scripts, um, and or queuing up like actual like other effect managers and stuff like in the combat script.
So how broken would it be to hijack that thing that deallocates the script and just randomly assign a new script in there? My imagination, just kind of going off right now.
I mean, it wouldn't be too hard. The results would be something.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah, maybe just
definitely
getting yeah,
it would definitely cause a lot of crashes because you know, a lot of the subfunctions only exist in certain overlays when certain things are
yeah.
loaded. So I think
That
it
might
would
be the way
probably
to,
just be like Crash Simulator.
or a good way to fill fast to port the scripts into Java. But yeah, I think getting items working for the next dev stream would be good because they're already there. So just maybe have some like tests to see like which item should be used or if should just attack randomly or something.
Yeah, it would be good to do targeting. We're gonna need to definitely implement like weighting,
Yeah.
like some sort of state management. Um, I think we'll definitely need to. So like this just kicks off the turn. So we're gonna have to assign like a ticker to it. Um, and then that will just allow us to do stuff like, whatever we need to do per tick. That's probably the easiest way. Be good to just have
Yeah,
like a generic ticker for the battle object that calls a tick method on the object itself.
yeah. So orchestrating the turn, maybe orchestrating the overall combat more.
Yeah, doing actual targeting rather than just always attacking slot, whatever. Make them a little smarter, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Pea size to kiwi size.
Yeah, exactly. Right now they're not even pea-sized. They're like grain of rice.
All right. Well, I think that was pretty good, pretty productive so far.
Yeah, I mean it works. It does the thing we set out for it to do, kind of. It does it. It's just not very good at doing it. All right. Well, if no one has anything else to add, then I guess I will just say thank you to all of my Ko-fi supporters, my founders Jman001 and Denningrad, my researchers Zach, and my mercenaries Vorthod, Chocolate, Platinum Sarge, Doom Metal, and Milk Lizard. If for some reason you want to encourage this behavior, you can subscribe or donate to me on my Ko-fi account, ko-fi.com/monoxide. The link will be in the description and the chat. Thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you